My first name is Matthew. I'm a master of art breaking through double T walls with the hue of greatness. I'm here to manipulate emotions out of your hearts onto your faces. But Matthew's a little formal, so you all can call me Sion. To find me, I'll be the only dude at my funeral without a tie on. But wait, I ran through my finished timeline and told you how the story will end. Let me backtrack my wording and tell you how it all began. You see, God caught yellow fever and emailed my parents the color blue. They marked it as red, then it was said that pigment came into their view. My parents painted me into existence, and when they were finished designing my heart, I crawled off from their tan canvas and soon I began to walk. I walked to the nearest keyboard and I began typing my plans of how poetry would shape my life like the windstorm shaped the sands. But as my thoughts were gaining speed, my fingertips began to bleed like lightning. Each key striking, my words blew up the computer screen. Now, my words remained on the shards of glass, so I ingested them with a quickness. My parents rushed me to the hospital so they could diagnose my sickness. They told me that any poems that I write would contain eloquence and heart, and I could plug into social outlets and my mind would decipher the sparks. But from all the ingested glass, my mind would begin to change. As my thoughts produced the words, my tongue would create the nail and frame, so you can hang my poems in the dark recesses of your brain, and I will enter your hearts to release the pain. I'll break through the bark that encases the veins, give a C-section to the clouds to relinquish the rain, because my soul is on fire like a lion's mane of butane. And just like Michelangelo would stare at an empty ceiling, I'll paint my words to your cerebrum to create a penny for my feelings. When I returned from the hospital, I went to sleep for years to dream of how poetry would unfold my life like origami creates the seams. But as I walked through the valleys of the shadows of the men that took poetry for granted to put 7 digits at the end, I'll treat my words like spare change, and I'll make donations daily. You can call me obese brightness, here to cancel the Slim Shadies. And when the day arrives that death holds my words within its shackles, they'll be installing smoke alarms upon the Sistine Chapel. People say that hate's a strong word, well, so is love. I've been a tourist on this planet Earth, and I still haven't seen enough.